So hi everyone, am I live right now? I'm very worried. Am I live right now? Goodness. Please tell me I'm live. Please tell me I'm live, please. I need to play around with the settings so that I can recognize that I'm live and it's not just a previous scenes. So normally what people will do is just like change scene over here, change scene over here. That's what I'm doing right now. Please work. Please work. Gosh. Okay, thumbnail is up. Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is the previous thumbnail. So this is the previous live stream. The current live stream is on right now. It's going great. It's going great. Awesome. Gosh, oh my goodness. What is happening to you, YouTube? Spend so much time and effort into creating a title, scheduling the live stream thumbnail as well. If it doesn't appear, it's really, how to say, it hurts. It genuinely hurts. So anyways, let's give a good welcome. Hi everyone, welcome to my live stream today. I'm Humdrum Singaporean. I got a YouTube strike yesterday. Last Friday when I was doing YouTube reaction, I got, in between my YouTube reaction live stream, I got, in between last Friday, one more time, take two. Hi everyone, I am Humdrum Singaporean. I'm just another average Singaporean. Oh hi Lasbot. Hi Lasbot. Okay, focus. Okay. So last Friday when I was doing my reaction videos, live stream, my live stream was suspended halfway through. Actually, it was more towards the second video that I'm reacting to, more towards the end of the second video. So I mentioned it up as a feedback to a suggestion. Nothing works. So yesterday, which is Monday, I did another live stream. So notice that it was Friday live stream, Saturday, Sunday I didn't live stream because I was worried something similar may happen. So I was looking at, okay, Saturday, Sunday didn't receive any updated news about my feedback. Alright, so I did a live stream yesterday. I got a YouTube strike yesterday. Strike. So not sure if you know, right? If you get one YouTube strike, they'll want you. If you get two YouTube strikes, you can't post for a week. You can't do a lot of things in a week. You got three YouTube strikes, you're out. You are absolutely out. And it will, if I'm not wrong, the YouTube strike will stay in your channel for 90 days. And it's extremely worrisome because these sort of things will actually pile up because reports, trollers here and there. And I'm just worried. So yesterday I received a YouTube strike yesterday while reacting to my fourth video. Yesterday I was supposed to react to 6 videos. On my fourth video, at the end part of the fourth video, I got my YouTube strike. It was it was not live stream suspended. It was live stream terminated, if I'm not wrong. And then it said policy violation of policy. So I learned something new. There's something called live stream suspensions and live stream termination. That means suspension, that means the live stream will continue going on when you close down the thing that they think is validating. And then the other one is called live stream termination, that means you just end the entire live stream, which is horrible. If you think about it, it's just really horrible. The hype, the flow of the entire live stream will just cut off. So yeah, a bit not the best thing. So yeah, hopefully I don't. So if you recognize from my thumbnail today, right, I'll be reacting to 2 videos only, similarly to two food theory videos, because on Friday, right, I reacted to my second food theory video. It was suspended. I reacted to my second food theory video. It was terminated. So I'm going to dip my toes into it first and go to react to 2 videos instead of 6 videos that I would normally do. I'm going to react to 2 food theory videos. So yeah, dip my toes in the water. This live stream is probably going to be like 1 hour around there. By the time this finish, it's going to be like 3 hours. Oh, sorry, 3 o'clock. Right now it's 2:09 p.m. Maybe 3 o'clock. Okay, maybe 3:30 p.m. Yeah, and also one more thing is I learned from yesterday is because it's gonna rain. This week it's gonna rain. Yesterday it rains at around 3 p.m. So I'm gonna guess that by the time I end my live stream, it's gonna rain soon. Boom, boom, bam, bam, boom. Those kind of thunderstorms. So, yep. Okay. So, last vote. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Thank you so much for coming over to my live stream. I am going to react to the food theorist video as I mentioned before. I'm going to react to 2 food theorist videos. I'm going to dip my toes into it. If my live stream gets suspended halfway through, I'm going to give feedback again. Hopefully my feedback gets heard because I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if they are listening or not, or if they are paying. Is on the top of the lists of priorities. If I'm not wrong, strike complaint or strike feedback is higher up than send suggestions, send feedback. Yeah, it's a different type of priority, I guess. Doing good. Oh, okay. So last word. How do you find my live stream? How do you find my live stream? I miss the fitness streams. Oh, gosh. I think I'm going to do my fitness streams next month in the month of April. So right now I finished my game theorist reaction videos. I covered to the latest videos. The film theorist, the reaction videos, I covered the latest videos. Now I'm doing the food theorists. Hopefully I can finish the 2 food theorist videos by the end of April. Hopefully. Then by April finish, by the month of May, I will be doing live streaming on how I do my thumbnails. Hopefully my computer can keep up lah, because you also know my computer is $360. It's a cheap computer. Yes, 360块, $360. My computer. It's not the best. It's really not the best. Sorry, you got struck, man. I shared the channel back when I found you on it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you. Man, you're the only individual that is keeping chat active and engaging, so thank you so much. You are literally my audience right now. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh yeah. Here's my plan ongoing for the next few months. Alright. In the month of April, I try to finish up to the latest food theorist videos. In the month of April. Immediately after the month of April, it'll be the month of May. I will try to do live stream on how I create the thumbnails. How I create the thumbnails for each of my videos, because recognizing I literally made thousands, tens of thousands of thumbnails, and I really want to show you the process of how I make thumbnails. And then after the month of May, probably the month of June. Probably the month of June, that means first month, second month, third month, okay? The month of June, and mid of the year, right? I'm going to create thumbnails for my friends. Lots of you probably recognize these individuals. Do you remember these individuals called Kira Kitty, Zumi, Anja Amalis, Oof Ben, Sugas Blood, Goof Guy, Mana Justin. Gosh, Half and Buff. Half and Buff have a YouTube channel now. So anyways, I'm going to create a lot more. And Skylar and Da Vinci, Farhan, my mind just the Perry. Yes, I'm going to create thumbnails for their YouTube channels, because I recognize that they focus more on Twitch channels, and they not, even though they have a YouTube channel, they do not place so much emphasis on the YouTube channels. I want to help them grow their YouTube channel as well, because right now I'm live streaming on YouTube. I'm primarily focusing on YouTube, and there's a saying called give a man a fish, then feed a man a fish. Teach a man how to fish. Yeah, something similar to that. So I'm going to give them a fish and also teach them how to fish in my live stream on how to create thumbnails. I'm going to create something similar to this. That's 4 of me, right? But in this case, it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 4 different thumbnails for them to choose from to maybe change their YouTube channels thumbnails are. Of course, having said that, all these are free. I'm doing this because I treat them as a friend. So yeah, I saying Tanmi Yodos. What? Okay. Thumbnails. Okay, I'm gonna type it out for you. I'm gonna type it out. I'm gonna type for you. Okay. I'm gonna thumb it out for you. Thumbnails. Okay, never mind. Thumbnail. Never mind. Thumbnail. Never mind. Thumbnail. Yes, thumbnail. Yes. Do you see the video? Do you see the picture? For YouTube channels, right? There's always the picture, and then yeah, thumbnails. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Finally, you know. Okay. Thumbnails. When you say you want to show us how you make thumbnails. I'm sorry. So like case in point, because they will use the YouTube algorithm will create a default thumbnails for you guys, correct? So I look at their videos and look at the thumbnails, and that because I've been creating different type of thumbnails already, and right now because I'm doing reaction videos, my thumbnails are quite 一致, is quite standardized. And I want to try with different sort of thumbnails, different sort of playgrounds. I can use their videos. 1, I can improve my skills. 2, I can help them. And 3, maybe, well, their channels can improve. So, win, win, win. Yeah, something similar to that. Yes, thumbnails. I'm gonna remember that. Thumbnails. Because when I look at Yodos, right, I thought of Yoda, the baby Yoda. So, Star Wars. Alright, it's awesome, right? Okay, focus. Okay, I'm going to do reaction video for the food theory. This is have you heard of Lost Word? Have you heard of the food theory before? Oh wait, since you are here, I'm going to call you by your username. Your name is URG. Okay, I'm going to call you by your username URG. URG, have you heard of the channel called the Game Theorists, the Film Theorists, the Food Theorists, or even GT Live? Have you heard of them before? Game theory, film theory, food theory. For me, I'm a huge fan of their work. I was there when Sonic. Then it was no. I was there when the time machine, the time machine. It was very early. Okay, let's get started. It's thunderstorm soon. Okay, thunderstorm. Okay, let's go. Get some point. Let's do audio check. Okay. Audio check. 1, 2, 3.
Hey Kool-Aid Man, got a question for you. Are you the jar or are you the liquid inside your jar?
Audio check 1, 2, 3. Let me check with the audio and the visual. Audio check 1, 2, 3.
Hey Kool-Aid Man, got a question for you. Are you the jar?
Okay, good. It works. Okay, the camera is a bit low. Hopefully it is okay. Oh yes, every single time, right? Last word. Okay. URG. Every single time I start my live stream, I always have this. Did you check about this? From Mundane. I always have this as my companion in every of my live streams. Wait, there's a few videos that in which I forget it, and it's like, gosh, I have to redo it again. This is Sausage Lee. Get it? It's a sausage, but it's Bruce Lee, Sausage Lee with the nunchucks. Shout out to Mundane. Can you do me a shout out for me? Thank you so much. Last word, can you do me a shout out for me? Thank you so much. I can hear thunder already. That means it's gonna rain soon. Gosh. Okay. That's this is gonna be so the starting will be, hi everyone, it's me, and today tasty and yummy Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay. In 3, 2. Oh yeah! One more time. Oh yeah! Everyone, it's me, and today, tasty and yummy Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. Okay, tasty and yummy. Okay. Shut up, gosh. Oh yes, I have not included the commands yet because right now I'm forgot. Sorry. Forgot. Okay, focus. This is going to be a 1 hour live stream from now. That means 1 more hour. 1 hour from now, 1 hour live stream. Okay, let's go. It's gonna be a short live stream. One more time. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh yeah! Everyone, it's me, and today, tasty and yummy Kool-Aid. Let's go! Oh yeah!
Hey, Kool-Aid Man,
Sorry.
got a question for you. Are you the jar, or are you the liquid inside your jar?
Well, I got a question for you. Are you the ugly face or the know-it-all inside the ugly face? Yeah, pretty rude, ain't it?
Are you drinking yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh gosh.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory.
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory. Hello.
The show that feeds you the facts with plenty of punchlines.
Punch.
We here at Food Theory usually tackle topics like, well, food kind of goes with the name. But today we were inspired to do something a little bit different. Something a little cooler with a K, if you know what I mean. Yep, today we're theorizing about everyone's favorite beverage mascot from grade school, the Kool-Aid Man. Ask any rando on the street if they love the Kool-Aid Man, they'll probably tell you, oh yeah. I mean, how can you not enjoy this guy? Since being introduced in 1954, the Kool-Aid Man has become one of the most iconic, enduring, and memeable food mascots of all time.
Yes, you must recognize that 1954, that is nearly 70 years already. 70 years, gosh.
Besides, the product he's selling you helps you hit your daily recommended sugar intake in a single glass. Who doesn't love efficiency like that? And that's pretty much how everyone's been thinking of the Kool-Aid Man for decades and decades and decades and decades. But earlier this
See, 7 decades.
year, an
Nearly.
online debate was ignited, and it's been raging ever since. People across every conceivable platform are trying to figure out whether the Kool-Aid Man is the glass jar, or whether he's the liquid inside that glass jar. Like, where exactly is the Kool-Aid Man's soul? Is it the liquid, or is it the pitcher that contains the essence of the Kool-Aid Man's being? So, I have 2 things to say about this. First, Kool-Aid Man is absolutely and verifiably the glass pitcher. Guys, we straight up watch him fill himself with regular old shower water in a commercial. Close up shop, pack it in. The Kool-Aid Man is a sentient glass pitcher that fills himself with water and flavoring as a part of his morning routine. Done. But hey, that's just a theory, a food theory. No, that's not it. You see, there's a second point I'd like to make in all this.
Wait. I thought it was gonna end the video just like that. It's like, but hey, this is theory, a food theory.
Is he the jar business is entirely the wrong debate we should be having about the Kool-Aid Man. What should be concerning us about this guy is whether he can be stopped. Listen up and listen good, folks. Here's today's theory, and it's a doozy. The Kool-Aid Man is low-key becoming the most unstoppable force in any known universe, and before long, he may just become the big villain of the next generation of Marvel films.
What? You're including the MCU? What the?
And this isn't just some theoretical exercise where I'm gonna argue that the Kool-Aid Man might one day join the Marvel Universe if fans beg it to happen. I'm telling you that the Kool-Aid Man is already in the Marvel Universe, and fans better start begging for him to leave it yesterday. Otherwise, they're gonna have themselves a second Thanos on their hands, only this time, he's also cool, refreshing, and filled with a whole lot of sugar. Consider this, the Kool-Aid Man has been growing stronger and accruing powers for over 65 years.
Nearly 70 years.
In 1954, he was merely a sentient juice pitcher and nothing more. His origins? Unclear, but in the mid-20th century, he was the size of a normal juice pitcher, and he was immobile on account of having no limbs. By 1975, however, that had all changed. The Kool-Aid Man had evolved. He had somehow grown limbs, making him approximately the same height as everyday human adults. With his newfound mobility and strength, the Kool-Aid Man went about making his mark on pop culture by smashing through walls and giving mysterious, unsolicited drinks to children.
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid here, bringing you fun. Kool-Aid's got thirst on the run. Get a big, wide, happy ear-to-ear Kool-Aid's mine.
As a parent, I'm not sure that commercial would convince me to buy Kool-Aid for my kids, but hey, it was a different time. Fortunately, contemporary commercials are way less creepy.
Something's happening in my mouth.
Or not. Fast forward to this decade, and we can immediately see that the Kool-Aid Man's evolution hasn't stopped.
What's that?
Some Kool-Aid liquid, squirt some in the water, and boom, Kool-Aid.
Okay, so his voice definitely isn't as good as it used to be back in his oh yeah days, but everything else about him has evolved. Like,
Oh yeah!
his size. In the 70s, he may have been approximately 6 feet tall, but
Shorter than
these
me.
days, he is absolutely towering over human beings. By my calculations, Kool-Aid Man is 32% taller than the woman opposite him in this commercial from 2014. The average height of an American woman is 5 foot 4 inches, which would put the Kool-Aid Man's height at just over 7 feet. Oh, and never mind the fact that the Kool-Aid Man also now possesses the ability to straight up inhabit any non-living object that he desires. I'm gonna say that again because there's a good chance that the adults out there haven't checked in on the old Kool-Aid Man for a decade or two. I repeat, 21st century Kool-Aid Man can transform himself into any non-living object he desires and make it living. He's
A Kool-Aid sofa, a Kool-Aid car!
basically like, I don't know, Mystique for non-living objects. I mean, this ain't your grandma's juice pitcher with a face. For one thing, your grandma's juice pitcher is made of glass, and the Kool-Aid Man is made of something not glass. How can we be sure? Because of this revealing moment. As anyone who's ever pulled this trick at a dinner party can tell you, that loud hum sound can't be achieved if a wine glass is made of everyday glass. It has to be made of crystal, because the resonant frequency, basically the frequency at which a given object naturally vibrates, of crystal glassware often falls within the range of human hearing.
So case in point, yeah, thank you so much for being so educational. I bet you didn't know this, right?
Now, does this mean that Kool-Aid Man is made of crystal? I'm thinking it does, but more on that in a bit. Because right now I want to get to our top story of the day. The present-day Kool-Aid Man possesses the ability to create portals that link dimensions together.
Come on. Let's go.
Plus, he's been gaining strength and powers non-stop for 66 years and shows no signs of slowing down.
But recognize that this video came out in the year 2020 and it's going to be 70 years soon. Right now it's in the year 2022.
In fact, it's just the opposite. Dude could be immortal for all we know because he's gaining powers at an accelerating rate. And that's precisely what makes him so dangerous. Loyal theorists, there's no telling how powerful the Kool-Aid Man might become if he goes unchecked. Now at this point you might be saying to yourself, so what, Matt Pat? Let the Kool-Aid Man become powerful inside his isolated little Kool-Aid universe. Well, that's precisely where you're wrong, Jack. Cause get this, Kool-Aid Man is part of the Marvel Universe. Yeah, that is officially canon. And we're not talking about some little cameo here either. In 1983, he got his own Marvel comic book series, The Adventures of Kool-Aid Man. Consumers were encouraged to mail in proof of purchase seals in order to collect the comics, which featured the Kool-Aid Man battling evil creatures called Thirsties on Earth, throughout outer space, and even through time. This is not a joke. The Kool-Aid Man is a superhero who saves Earth from thirst. Again, and I cannot stress this enough, this is Marvel canon. Here is the Kool-Aid Man explicitly referring to the Amazing Spider-Man in 1983. I repeat, the Kool-Aid Man's comic books link him to Marvel's mainline 616 universe, precisely the same Marvel universe as the Avengers, as Spider-Man, as the X-Men, as basically every other Marvel character you care about. And even if it weren't the mainline 616 universe, it wouldn't matter. Thanks to Spider-Verse and Endgame, universe hopping ain't totally out of the question in the Marvel Cinematic Universe anymore. In fact, if I had to pick one outsider who could justifiably hop into the mainline 616, I'd probably go with the Marvel hero who, you know, can create portals that allow him to hop between universes.
But don't you think that maybe the TVA is gonna stop it? The Time Variant Authority lah. In Loki.
Look, all I'm saying is that if Howard the Duck can make an MCU appearance, the Kool-Aid Man is certainly not out of the question. So no, the Kool-Aid Man is not isolated to some fictitious universe that can't possibly affect your life. He's liable to interfere with movies and IP you love to your core. I know you like the guy because he's the mascot of your favorite childhood drink and he's super memeable and all that, but it's time to recognize the truth of the matter. Kool-Aid Man is in a position to hurt you. Again, it's the evolution of the Kool-Aid Man that's so dangerous here. We can even put a numerical value on his astounding accumulation of superpowers, thanks to Marvel's Power Grid. If you're unfamiliar with the Marvel Power Grid, the website Fandom describes it like this. Quote, "The Power Grid is the means by which the proficiency of any given character in 6 different areas of prowess is officially quantified and ranked. In any given area, 1 represents the lowest and 7 the highest rank achievable." So the
Alright, case in point, it's going to show that how strong is this
given
individual is. Let's see, there's intelligence, strength, speed, durability, energy production, fighting skills.
in 6 different areas of prowess is officially quantified and ranked. In any given area, 1 represents the lowest and 7 the highest rank achievable. So the Power Grid is the official metric of measuring superpowers across the Marvel Universe,
In a fictional world.
which means that we can apply the Power Grid to Kool-Aid Man. In 1954, his Power Grid scores couldn't be more straightforward. 50's Kool-Aid Man gets the lowest scores possible, straight 1s across all 6 categories. As far as intelligence is concerned, he communicates only through simple song phrases he learned by rote.
Be sure that the envelope says Kool-Aid.
50's era Kool-Aid Man has no limbs, which means he's completely immobile. He has no speed, no fighting ability, no strength to speak of. He exhibits no evidence of energy projection, and his durability is never put to the test. As a result, he's basically the crappiest hero you could ever imagine, with a combined Power Grid total of 6. By the time the 70s roll around, though, the Kool-Aid Man has grown himself some limbs. While 70s era Kool-Aid Man is technically mobile, he's not quite fast enough to be considered of normal speed like Wolverine and Captain America are, so he remains at a 1 for speed. However, the durability department is where the 1970s Kool-Aid Man shines. 20 years ago, he was just the glorified equivalent of a paperweight. Now, he's bursting through walls without a scratch to show for it, meaning that he's more durable than an average human. That is the very definition of enhanced durability, and it earns him a score of 3 in that department. 70s era Kool-Aid Man has a combined Power Grid total of 9. But it's when we depart from the 1970s that Kool-Aid Man's Power Grid numbers really start to move. Intelligence-wise, he moves up to a 2. Not only is he using logic to defeat the thirsties in his comic, he's also dropping some killer puns. I mean, if that's not average intelligence, I don't know what is. As for strength, the Kool-Aid Man is able to hold his own body weight plus 2 kids single-handedly from a rope. The Power Grid defines average strength as the ability to press your own body weight over your own head, and this slick rope maneuver Kool-Aid Man pulls off is more than comparable. 2 points for strength. As for speed, in the 70s he was stumbling around like a top-heavy toddler. Today, he's running around nimbly with the speed of a normal human at least. His durability remains enhanced, so that's still 3 points, and he makes quick work of multiple thirsties on multiple occasions, which gives him 2 points for fighting ability. But the huge leap is in energy projection. Folks, the Kool-Aid Man is suddenly capable of projecting light energy, portals, snow.
Let's go!
That's right, the Kool-Aid Man can create his own snow. He can project multiple types of energy, which actually makes him a level 6 in this category. Present-day Kool-Aid Man has a cumulative power score of at least 17. In terms of cumulative points, that puts Kool-Aid Man right on the heels of Earth 616 Spider-Man, Earth 616 Wolverine, and even Professor X. Never mind the fact that he's capable of some insane things the Power Grid doesn't even have explicit categories for. Like,
for example, it's over 9,000!
the ability to hop between universes, or the ability to inhabit pretty much any non-living object you can imagine. At this rate, where will he be 40 years from now? 10 years? 1 year? Point is, we're running out of time. Soon, nothing will be able to stop the Kool-Aid Man. And as a matter of fact, we might already be too late. Remember earlier when I mentioned that the Kool-Aid Man might be made of crystal? That's because he exhibits powers eerily similar to those of the Queen of Crystal Heart herself, Emma Frost, whose crystal of choice is organic Bionic Diamond. Emma, who's from the X-Men canon, which is a Marvel property, which means that the Kool-Aid Man may just be made of the same type of crystal as Emma. When in her diamond form, Emma Frost becomes translucent, but maintains mobility, and she's virtually indestructible. Remind you of anyone in particular?
Oh yeah!
And when she's in her diamond form, Emma Frost is resistant to heat, to cold. She has no need to breathe. This brings to mind the Kool-Aid Man's casual jaunt into outer space without so much as a spacesuit on.
True, but think about it. In outer space, so Kool-Aid Man in outer space. Oh yeah. Sorry.
In order to survive a spacewalk like that, and he did survive it just fine, he would have to have no need for oxygen, and he would have to be able to weather extreme temperatures that no human can possibly withstand. The implication, of course, is that the Kool-Aid Man may have similar powers to the incredibly powerful Emma Frost. Might this indicate that some of Emma Frost's other impressive abilities, such as telepathy, telekinetic potential, will they come to the Kool-Aid Man in time? If so, it hardly seems fair, as he already has himself a wide variety of other superpowers reminiscent of other powerful Marvel characters. The Kool-Aid Man has a Doctor Strange-like ability to create and utilize portals. He can shapeshift into non-living objects like some kind of off-brand Mystique, and not least of all, he's got Juggernaut's ability to run through walls and deliver unforgettable catchphrases.
I'm the Juggernaut!
Yes.
Yeah!
I mean, we all
Alright, so I'm the Juggernaut, female dog.
already have Iron Man, Spider-Man, Ant-Man. Why not Kool-Aid Man? I can see it now. With grape powder comes great responsibility. So
With great power comes great responsibility. Learn from the Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. Oh my gosh, I missed
listen
this.
up and listen good. Unless you want to see the Kool-Aid Man squeeze himself into a skin-tight Avengers bodysuit, you need to act now. Marvel fans everywhere need to make our collective voices heard immediately, because let's face it, the Kool-Aid Man is already objectively cooler than Hawkeye, so he could absolutely be added as an Avenger yesterday. And how's this for some added nightmare fuel? Kool-Aid Man could just as easily emerge as Marvel's most powerful super villain. It all depends on his psyche, I suppose. And who knows where that could be headed, given that he shares so many traits with one of the most powerful super villains in the Marvel Universe, Emma Frost. But that doesn't even matter, because there's already plenty of evidence out there that the Kool-Aid Man has himself a dark side. Obviously, he's endangered children countless times over the years by bursting through load-bearing walls.
A stop moment first. Do you recognize the Dark Side reference from DC Universe? Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
He also seems to have a weird, uncontrollable Mr. Hyde thing going on when he comes into contact with the element neon. It's important for us to keep an eye on.
Neon!
Because in recent years, he's repeatedly demonstrated his ability to contaminate water supplies on a massive scale.
Drinks are on me. Come on!
Folks, this is dark. Consider the sea life beneath those jet skis, my friends. The Kool-Aid Man is replacing the salt water those organisms need to survive with sugar water. They say serial killers often dabble in animal cruelty before they go on a killing spree. I can't help but wonder if that's what we're witnessing here. Oh, and let's not forget the time he straight up disappeared a girl in broad daylight. Again, for the people in the back, the Kool-Aid Man just disappeared a girl like he's Doctor Strange's creepy alter ego, Doctor Stranger Danger. Now, was this a sinister act? Did he just send her to an awesome alternate dimension where Kool-Aid flows like wine? Frankly, I don't care, because the fact of the matter is that he can disappear people, and he doesn't bother to ask for their consent first. And guess what the Kool-Aid Man does the instant he commits his crime? He shapeshifts and disguises himself like a baseball hat. Like, how are the cops ever gonna catch this freak? He can instantly disguise himself as anything. Plus,
The alibi is no longer flawless.
it's always these cops who respond to the Kool-Aid related crimes.
Mind if we look around?
I'm working on lemonade too.
So yeah, if and when the Kool-Aid Man breaks bad, I don't think he's getting caught anytime soon. And that should all give us pause. So will we see Kool-Aid Man in a Marvel movie anytime soon? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, unless someone interferes, the Kool-Aid Man is on a trajectory to grow more powerful than any being in any universe. Yes, even Thanos. Sorry, but that's how unencumbered growth works, folks. It is inevitable.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Once the Kool-Aid Man becomes too powerful to stop, he becomes too powerful for the MCU to ignore. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. guessing a lot of you came over from the Film Theory channel because we pushed specifically to this episode from an episode over there, so welcome. Thank you so much for checking out the new channel, Food Theory. I am working to build a community on this new channel that is every bit as passionate and amazing over here about food and science and loves stupid episodes like this one as they do over on Film Theory. So
Yeah, man, Pat, this theory might sound cool, but maybe you are thinking too much about it. I'm sorry.
most important way that you can support Food Theory today is by subscribing. Simple as that. Ring the notification bell if you feel like it, but that is
Ring notification bell yourself. Thank you so
the
much.
single best thing that you can do for me right now to help this channel really thrive and grow, and tell me that this is the sort of stuff that you like to see. Check out some of the other Food Theory episodes. I promise not all of them are about cartoon beverage mascots. Some of them are actually about food, so check them out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! But anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you find this video very interesting to watch. It's quite enjoyable and entertaining, isn't it? If you do like this video, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel and comment down below if you have anything to share with us. Don't forget to my channel and see appreciate all of the support and encouragement for work. Thank you all so much for the best opportunity in my next video. But hey, there's just a theory. A food theory! Oh yeah! Bon appetit! And I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye bye. Thank you all so much. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Subscribe. Oh yeah. Oh my god, it still sounds weird. It still sounds weird. One more time. Oh yeah. What the hell am I doing? Okay, next video it's about, this is about what? Okay, let's, first of all let's do a recap of what's happening. Oh, by the way, lost bot. Do you think that me doing a, are you still around, lost bot? Or URG, are you still around? I got a question to ask you. URG, are you still around? I got a question to ask you. Is it, do you think it's alright for me to like, because I want to help my friends out with their YouTube channels, the YouTube thumbnails, and I see that their thumbnails can be improved. Do you think it's alright for me to create thumbnails for them for free? Because understandably they might spend a lot of effort making the thumbnails, and I think I asked this question multiple different times, but it feels like if I create thumbnails for them, it feels like their original thumbnail that they might have spent days on is not good. I feel that I might hurt their feelings or something. I'm not too sure. URG, Lost Bots, do you have any thoughts about it? I'm worried. Oh yeah! What's it? And I hope
For you, are you the ugly face?
oh yeah! Hi everyone, it's me, and today, tasty and yummy Kool-Aid! Let's go! Oh yeah!
Hey Kool-Aid Man,
Sorry.
I got a question for you. Are you the jar or are you the liquid inside your jar?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Hi everyone, it's me, and today, tasty and yummy Kool-Aid! Let's go! Oh yeah!
Hey Kool-Aid Man,
Sorry.
I got a question for you.
Hi everyone, it's me. Yeah.
Hey Kool-Aid Man,
Sorry.
I got a question for you. Are you the jar or are you the liquid inside your jar?
Well, I got a question for you. Are you the ugly face or the know-it-all inside the ugly face? Yeah, pretty rude.
Okay, so okay, next video. You've been scammed.
Oh, Pat, focus up.
Awesome.
Okay, man.
So how should I start this? This is about groceries. So hi everyone, it's me. And today, let's buy some groceries together. Buy some... you actually do have... are you still around? I need to ask you some questions. But I'm not too sure if the chat is engaging or not. That's why I'm quite worried. Is anyone around? I got a very legit question to ask. A very genuine, heartfelt question to ask. Not sure if the chat is around, because last I see is still that shout out to Sasha Lee, which I'm thankful for. Thank you. Let's buy some. Supermarket. Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's buy some stuff. Alright, let's go. In 3, 2, 1, and start. Yeah. Hi everyone, it's me. And today, let's buy some stuff from the supermarket together. Let's go. Some groceries.
Okay, Pat, focus up. It's go time. You have exactly one thing on your shopping list. So you're gonna enter that grocery
Super Saver, we sell for less.
store over there. You're gonna purchase one item and one item only, and you're gonna exit the grocery store with that one item. You're not falling for their psychological tricks this time, Pat. Not again. Okay, here we go. Buying one thing. Woo! Leroy Jenkins!
1 hour later.
1 hour later. Sorry.
Hey, honey, we bought a zoo.
A monkey, a lion, an elephant. How? Why? Where? Where do you find it? Which? How? How?
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory. Hello.
The squeaky fourth shopping cart wheel of the Theorist family of YouTube channels. Today we're talking about grocery stores. And yes, I stand by that font choice and sound effect. I know your local grocery store may look all innocent and neighborhoody on the surface, but the truth is, it's using every sinister, underhanded tactic in the book to trick you into spending more. And you're falling for it. I mean, their tactics really work. According
Psychological tactics.
to the Marketing Science Institute, 51% of items purchased at grocery stores are unplanned. And if a store really commits to full-on psychological warfare, that percentage can get as high as 68%. So don't let that cute little green awning or the flowers for sale out front distract you. The entrance to your local grocery store is the entrance to a world they control and they excel at exploiting. Their methods aren't only psychological in nature either. Grocery stores do everything they can to keep you in the store longer and physically wear you down with scientific principles. But never fear, we here at Food Theory are here to show you, the consumer, how you can fight back. And it is a fight, because if you truly wish to beat the grocery store, you have to prepare as though you're headed into battle. First, let's remember what's at stake here. Your hard-earned money, and a lot of it. According to data compiled by USC's Department of Applied Psychology, the
University of Southern California.
average
I'm sorry, what? Is it correct?
Department of
University of Southern California.
Applied psychology, the average US household spends $144 on groceries every week, and as much as $96 of that in one shopping trip alone. Sure, one impulse purchase here or there might seem like nothing, but it really starts to add up over time, and the grocery stores are in it for the long game. So it's important to not get bamboozled every time you step foot in a store, unless you're into that kind of thing. I'm just here to save you money, not to judge. But if you are the thrifty type, your overall number one grocery shopping strategy
Your overall number one strategy, grocery store strategy.
to get in and get out as quickly as possible. According to 2013 research out of Bangor University, we as shoppers are at our most productive around the 23-minute mark into our shopping trip. But around the 40-minute mark, we stop thinking rationally about our spending and instead start making emotional purchases. We start buying what we want rather than what we need. This is known as decision fatigue, a
We need an apple. Not a Dorito.
psychological principle that refers to the deteriorating quality of decisions made by an individual after a long session of decision making.
The more you know, decision fatigue. Well, I hope that this can be very educational for you. If you found this, let's review one more time. The deterioration quality of decisions made by an individual after a long session of decisions making.
Grocery stores understand the principles of decision fatigue, and they use it to their advantage in all different ways. According to Martin Lindstrom, author of Brand Wash, Tricks Companies Use to Manipulate Our Minds and Persuade Us to Buy, usually at least one essential item on a shopper's grocery list is a dairy product. And that's exactly why the dairy section can be found way in the back of the store. It forces you, the customer, to spend time trekking through the entire building, even if Go-Gurt is the only thing on your list. And if you're anything like me, Go-Gurt is often the only thing on your list. Similarly, many stores play slow music. The idea here is to get you to relax, to take your time while shopping. The study using background music to affect the behavior of supermarket shoppers found that when grocery stores played slow music, their sales increased by nearly 40%. You heard that right, a 40% increase in the amount that people are spending from the music that is playing.
Yes, because this kind of calming, smoothing, relaxing music feels very comfortable, and it just like take your time. No worry, no rush. You can just take your time, pick more items, spend more money.
Smooth jazz elevator jams that you're not even paying attention to. And that's precisely why it's so important to be aware of these sorts of tactics. They're subtle, you would never notice them, and they're varied. It's in your best interest to consciously make your shopping trips as efficient as possible. That means getting in and getting out fast.
Yes, correct. This kind of productivity is very important. Get in, get out, ASAP.
So now you're all ready to take on that grocery store. Ready for the most immersive experience you've ever had on YouTube? Say hello to your hands.
Hi!
That's right, your hands are shockingly white, kind of pasty pale, as if they haven't seen daylight in a couple years. But I will say they're amazingly proportional, and also your hand has a band-aid on it because you're irresponsible around ovens. So
So, MadPat, why?
follow me on this. Get into character. You're standing outside the grocery store about to go in. You've done all the necessary prep work. You've made a list. You've planned your route through the store. You ate your Go-Gurt at home before you left so you're not hungry. Who's a good little shopper? You are. You're a good little shopper. There is no way that you're gonna get tricked into spending any extra money today. No, just
Yes, I love it when you mention this kind of FPS version, the first player shooter version of it.
grab that shopping cart on your way into the store, and you failed. Okay, so one last quick little lesson before we actually go inside the building. Do not use a shopping cart if a basket will suffice. It's been proven that having a shopping cart in and of itself increases your chances of buying. And the bigger your shopping cart, the more you typically buy. That's why the average shopping cart has nearly tripled in size since it was first invented in 1937. Grocery stores keep ordering larger and larger ones because they know you're gonna wanna fill that cart more and more. All right, back to first-person shopping mode. You've put the cart back and you're 100% ready to beat the grocery store. You estimate that the items on your list should
Wine, pasta, meatballs, pasta sauce, avocado, Go-Gurt.
come to about 30 bucks in total. So here we go. The race against decision fatigue begins now. Right as you enter, boom, seasonal treats on display tables. Now, you don't stop to purchase any of them, but they do remind you of some summertime holidays and events coming up soon, like barbecues, Independence Day, Labor Day weekend. Your mind starts to wander, if only for a moment. Wait a minute, what are my plans for Labor Day weekend? Am I allowed to wear white before or after Labor Day? Is that even still a thing anymore? Should I be picking up some barbecue supplies while I'm here at the store? Do I really need to see my neighbors to celebrate this? You just start spiraling out of control and you just entered the grocery store. But you take a deep breath and you snap out of it. The display table trick won't work on you. No, sir, it's still early in the shopping trip and decision fatigue hasn't set in, but you did have to use a lot of decision-making energy to get out of that downward spiral. Sorry, grocery store, not today. Or at least not yet. You can't trick this savvy shopper into buying a delicious item that is not on my list. But now a smell hits your nostrils. Dear viewer, if smell-o-vision existed, oh, the smells that would enrapture your nose. These scents elicit cozy, homey feelings, nostalgia even. You start to feel as hungry as you would be when you walk into your grandma's house for Thanksgiving dinner. And while yes, they do offer baked goods and cooked meats in your supermarket, even this seductive aroma could be a lie. Grocery stores have been known to use machines to circulate scents through the air in an effort to draw you even further down the rabbit hole with scent marketing. The smells these machines circulate can be specific to different regions of the store, such as grapefruits in the produce section or chocolate in the candy aisle, all of which make you more susceptible to buying, but you hold strong for now and power through the gauntlets of the...
But the decision power just drop. But I didn't know that they can actually have this kind of sense marketing. The more you know, I guess.
The bakery section, and to your first stop, the produce section. A few psychological tactics you should be aware of are at play here. According to a 2017 Butler University study, if shoppers stock up on beautiful, aspirational, healthy food early in their shopping trip, they feel good about themselves. And that means they're more likely to reward themselves with treats that are less healthy and probably more expensive later on in their shopping trip. That's why the produce sections are often placed near the entrance, and it's also why grocery stores go to great lengths to make their produce look absolutely stunning. For instance, store lighting may be specifically chosen to make produce appear shinier. And the real reason that the produce is sprayed with that sweet, gentle mist every 15 minutes, it's not to make the veggies dewy and fresh, it's just to make the veggies look dewy and fresh. According to Martin Lindstrom, the water only makes the produce spoil faster. That's right, it's all BS done for aesthetics to get you to pick up that shiny bunch of kale. Anyway, you have a couple produce items on your list, so you pick them out. In the process, you have to decide, is this one right? Is it not? Is it too bruised? How many do I get? A lot of decisions are happening in this first section, but
a lot of decision power.
But your decision-making energy is still strong. You're sticking to your list, you're buying healthy food, you're feeling pretty great about yourself right now. And why shouldn't you? I mean, just look at those hands. Now it's time for you to enter the endless aisles of miscellaneous products. Wow, just look at all those shelves. It's easy to get overwhelmed. And that's not just you. There are, in fact, more product options available than ever these days. According to Michael Ruhlman, author of the book Grocery, The Buying and Selling of Food in America, the average grocery store stocks about 40,000 to 50,000 products on their shelves. This number has skyrocketed since the 90s, when the typical grocery store only stocked about 7,000. And if it takes you a while to find what you're looking for, hey, that is great news to the retailer. In fact, it's intentional on their part. Aisle ordering and product grouping aren't always intuitive, ensuring that you really have to keep searching to find what you need, and along the way, you're gonna find a couple things that you want. According to Deakin University marketing professor Paul Harrison, grocers put the most important items in the middle of the aisle, so you have to walk past a whole lot of other products to find what you're actually after. Oh, and another thing to keep in mind, grocery stores also arrange products on the shelves in a very intentional way when it comes to height. Often the most expensive items, or at least the ones that they want you to buy, are typically at eye level, where you're most likely to notice them, while the cheaper options are placed lower down. See? Expensive brand up here, inexpensive down here. Expensive here, inexpensive down here. By the time you reach the end of the aisle, you might be getting a bit exasperated, which means your friendly neighborhood grocers have you exactly where they want you. The
super grocery
products at the end of the aisle are often what the store is pushing the hardest. These end caps, as they're called in the grocery biz, are considered prime real estate, often Oftentimes, the bigger and more well-known brands will pay a slotting fee to be featured in the end cap, and it can cost companies as much as $1 million to land them on the supermarket monopoly board. But it can be worth it for them. According to the National Retail Hardware Association, a product being sold in the end cap will sell 8 times faster than the same product simultaneously being shelved elsewhere in the aisle. Oh, and would you look at that? Some patriotic ping pong balls. Ah, what the heck, it's only a few bucks. You assure yourself that this is not the result of decision fatigue. You want these ping pong balls because holidays are fun, and gosh darn it, you're fun. Or at least you pretend to be. At the very, very least, you convince yourself that you pretend to be fun. Into the basket it goes. You can always put it back later if you change your mind, right? Lugging your increasingly heavy basket, you finally arrive at the dairy section. Time to stock up on those Go-Gurts. Now, normally you limit yourself to 1 box of Go-Gurts per week. After all, they're a fun treat for special occasions, but then again, you did buy that beautiful produce earlier, so you kinda deserve it just this once. And you walked a lot through this store. Your pedometer reading's probably going insane today, so you nab 2 boxes of Go-Gurt and begin your trek to the checkout line. By the time you get there, you're eager to leave, but gum! Can't have too much gum. As you place the items on the conveyor belt, you realize that ping pong ball purchase was a mistake. I mean, what are you thinking? You don't even own a ping pong table. You don't like beer for beer pong, and you don't have any friends for any other pong-related activities, so you should definitely put this one back on the shelf real quick. But, a line is formed behind you, and now you're trapped. And again, this is not an accident. According to Business Insider, quote, grocery stores have also made their checkout lanes purposefully narrow. This is to ensure that when you're unloading, if you suddenly realize you've impulsively and regretfully thrown in a $15 small bottle of freshly squeezed orange juice, it's too hard to get back out of the checkout lane to go and put it back. So you just bite the bullet. Oh well, looks like you're the proud owner of patriotic ping pong balls now. Now comes the moment of truth. Will your total come in under the $30 bar you set? Sure, you bought a holiday item that wasn't on your list, implanted in your brain by that bakery display table you saw when you first walked in, and executed on by the product's high traffic end cap placement. Then you also bought that gum for, why did you buy that gum again? And sure, many of the products you bought wound up costing more than expected. You fell for the trap of buying the expensive product up near your eye line as opposed to the cheaper products shelved down below your feet. And yeah, that extra box of Go-Gurt cost you $2. Although, that one hurts a little bit less than the other mistakes. Man, oh man, are you gonna enjoy the heck out of that Go-Gurt. And that's when the total flashes across the screen, $62. You failed in your mission. You fell for the tricks. You are now a statistic. But hey, could have been worse. At least you didn't opt for the shopping cart earlier. Anyway, thanks for doing this immersive little experiment with me. Sorry it didn't turn out better for you, but these stores are good at what they do. So will grocery stores stop waging psychological warfare on us anytime soon? Don't bet on it, but it helps to be aware of their tactics and the psychology behind it all. While shopping, try not to lose sight of the fact that your grocery store is playing with your emotions. They make you feel good about yourself, inciting you to buy fresh, healthy things first so you can treat yourself to the more base desires you just can't kick later on. They overwhelm you sensorially and with choices. They let you lose yourself in a labyrinth of things that you don't want or need until your decision-making energy is at a complete low, until you become convinced that you both want and need those things before you finally find the thing that you actually came for. So go in with a plan and make your trip efficient. That is the surest way to beat the grocery store. Also, I'd like to mention that Go-Gurt was in no way a sponsor for today's episode. I just find Go-Gurt and the idea that it's yogurt in a tube that they encourage you to glurp hilarious. Not that we wouldn't do a sponsored Go-Gurt episode if they asked, we totally would. Big Yogurt, contact me. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit.
Thank you
Now
so
that I've
much.
worn you down with an entire episode, make the impulsive decision to subscribe to Food Theory. Go ahead,
Subscribe.
click that button. You've earned it. And get this, Food Theory has 5 episodes out right now. So, I don't know, maybe go chow down on another one right this very moment. Like this one, that shows you how to get the most fast food fry for your $1. That's right, here at
Worth
Food
it.
Theory, we're always looking out for you, the consumer. Watching this channel will save you money. That sounds like a pretty good reason to subscribe